Hello guys of United Rock Nations, we are with Martin Lopez of SOEN. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Here in France?
Yes.
You like France?
Paris is actually my favorite city in the world.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not because of the interview, but I was here 3 weeks ago with my kids on a vacation. I've been here with my wife a couple of times. Yeah.
Okay, great. Of course, we have a few questions about the new album, but we have also a question about the lineup change.
Yeah.
Because Kim is not anymore on the band.
No.
Marcus Chitter replaced him. So can you tell us more about that?
No, it's quite simple. I mean, Kim had other priorities in life than music at that moment, and decided to step aside. So he did, and we tried out a few guitar players, and that didn't fit. And actually,
famous one.
No, we try to keep it, we try to keep it quiet. And then Moonspell was recording an album in a studio nearby, and they wanted us to come for dinner, and we met Marcus there and really liked his vibe, talked a lot about music and shared some ideas, and we thought that it was the kind of guy that we needed in SOEN to actually get better as a band. And,
the good one.
Yeah, and since that, he has been playing with us.
There is also a change of record company.
Yes.
You move from Spinefarm to UDR.
Yes.
Why this change also?
We needed something new. I mean, it's the business part of the band is not a strength. We don't really care that much about that. But we talked to UDR and some other labels, and we felt that they were really excited and positive about bringing us to their label. So we just changed. Another thing is I need to say is that Lars Åhlund is also a full member of the band now, an amazing musician, and plays anything you give him actually, and also a guy that gave us a whole new dimension musically.
So let's talk about the songwriting of the new album. When we listen to the album, the structures of the songs are very complex. Who brings the main ideas? Is it a collective songwriting process? Who brings the main ideas? Tell me more about that.
I write all the
music.
Kind of, yeah. All the riffs and all that. But in all our albums, then we go through with Joel through all the melodies, and then we bring it to Marcus and the other guys and put the songs together, and then everyone puts their input, in their instrument, and we make it work. So it's a collective effort, but Joel and I are the ones that are bringing, let's say, the core of
their touch
of the album.
Is there a lot of difference between the first versions you write and then the final one?
Yeah, I mean the riffs are the same, but I'm kind of extreme and have these periods where I just write music, several hours a day and just deliver, and it's not really songs, more ideas, parts, and I even can get consumed by it, and need someone to be outside of my mind and pick
exactly
the best parts to actually make a song, and Joel does that, and Marcus has been doing that, Stefan has been doing that for a while, and now Lars. So it's really comfortable.
Absolutely.
I can actually go wild, and I know that I have this amazing team, to help me develop
absolutely
my writing.
So you talk about the writing process, but this album sounds more atmospheric than the previous one. How do you explain that evolution, musical evolution?
I don't know. It's nothing. It's never anything planned. You know, I write the music that I feel that moves me in that moment. We get together and we just make what we want to make. We never think about we have to do a complex song or we have to have this really technical part or we need a hard song to promote the album.
It's a natural way of.
Yeah, we don't have any agendas. We honestly, I don't know. Maybe we're quite unprofessional that way, and that we don't really care, or too honest for our own good, the way that we make exactly whatever we want to make, and it turns out as it does. No,
and it works.
Yeah, yeah. For me, it does.
Or so for us.
That's great.
So we know that for SOEN the lyrics are also very important.
Yeah.
You talk about religion, deviations of the society. What are the main messages of the new songs of the new album that you want to spread?
We don't preach. We don't tell people how to live their lives or do this, do that. It's not. We're not. Happily, we're not politicians, and we don't have either the egoistic trip where we tell people where we think that we are smarter than anyone to tell them how to live their lives. But we have to look around and see what the fuck we're doing with the world. And how we treat people, how we oppress people, and that is a bit of what pisses everyone in the band off, and it's a bit of what we feel we want to talk about it. Talk about. I mean, it's just our way of sharing, our anger with anyone who feels the same way as we do. Kind of hey, you're not alone, man. This is fucked up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I have selected 3 songs.
Yeah.
That I want to talk about because we love a lot those songs, so we want to focus on them. The first one is Lucidity. It's a very atmospherical song with fantastic, beautiful guitar solo at the end.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that song, about the songwriting and the lyrics of that song.
I wrote that song many years ago.
Oh, okay.
And I wrote it with Joel at his apartment. It was the beginning, when we met. And we had all these ideas, but we never found a chorus or we never found something emotional enough to actually make the song work.
Okay.
And just fooling around before while writing the new album, we sat down with Marcus, and even if I'm a guitar player, my knowledge of guitar is not that huge. I play, with ears and heart. So
it's technical also.
Yeah, there's some, but I don't really know what I'm doing. I just do it. But he showed me some chords and progressions and stuff, and we started, working with that idea, and we got to the chorus. And this song has always been about what I always felt that is some kind of it brings me back to some comfortable moments of my life that weren't that positive for me. You know, some kind of the decadence of partying more than you should and stuff, and the lyrics are all about that. I think that people who read the lyrics will understand, and it's just something that I left behind, but that's still attached to, you know, my identity, who I am.
Absolutely.
And this song, the vibe just felt perfect to, you know, to.
And when you wrote the song, you imagined the solo, the guitar solo at the end of the song?
I knew that, you know, we needed to have a solo. It's just that kind of vibe where you just, you know, you need that solo to come in there. We don't have any solos in our first two albums because we had this idea that solos or complex rhythms just for the sake of it ruin the music. But this is the kind of song where you need that.
Absolutely.
And Marcus, you know, just delivered
Absolutely.
that solo, and how do you say? You know, you cannot say no to that.
Yeah.
It's just was like yeah.
There's another song that I like a lot. It's a special song. It's called Jin.
Yeah.
Because it has his oriental instrumental at the final of the song. Tell us more about also that song and the lyrics, also the songwriting and the lyrics.
Both Joel and I are fans of a lot of Arabic singers and Turkish, Kurdish, and such, and we listen to a lot of it. There's this nerve and the sadness that they reach. It's almost impossible to reach with our scales and instruments.
Yes, absolutely.
So we wanted to go as far as we could with our instruments into that world. So I had this melody in the middle that is kind of the theme that is also in the end, and we started to work around it. You know, found a chorus. It took a long time to get that song done because it's quite easy, and normally the songs that don't have that much are the hardest to write, because you still need the song, or I feel that a song is incomplete if it's not adventurous. You need to you know, to touch a lot of different emotions. So we try to really keep it quite, you know, to settle down, not be over technical, but make it anyway as an adventure. And that's you know, that's what the song is.
Okay. The last one we selected is Sister. There's percussions at the beginning. Is Oriental percussions also? Or
I play actually.
We heard some percussions.
Yeah, there's a djembe, the African instrument, and some congas.
Why to insert those instruments? It's not rock. It's not rock and roll. It's not.
Well, in this song it's a really, for me, it's a special song. It's about it's called Sister, and it's about my sister who died, and and the whole, no problem, that happens, and the whole she was raised in Cuba, so conga, salsa, and all that was really close to her, and somehow it was a good choice to. I wanted to represent a little bit of her roots in the song, and the song is really heavy-hearted, you know, and it has to be that way because it's the way that
you feel.
Yeah, and the congas just felt like the only thing that I could put about her, you know, that reminded me of her, that I could actually use in the song, musically speaking, because we definitely don't like the same kind of music, me and her.
Yes, you're from Uruguay.
Yeah. Well, my parents are from Uruguay. I'm born in Sweden, but my culture is a mix.
A mix of South America.
Yeah, and it's my roots, and I'm glad to share them with the world because it's something that Western metal doesn't have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have a question about the cover artwork. Can you tell us the meaning that there's a wolf? Tell me more about the cover. Artwork.
It's connected to the title, and it's just it's just going back to the primal, the animalistic, the way society looks today. We're all hunters. Nobody wants to be the sheep.
Absolutely.
And it's fucked up. It will be a lot easier if we all were sheep, without having a wolf.
Exactly. Without having a wolf.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's important. The album will be released on February. On 2015, you did a European tour, and you played 3 gigs in France.
Yeah.
Is there something planned for 2017? We would like to see you again in France. What are your plans about that?
We want to get back here. I think in April. We're planning an European tour, and
Great.
there's a European tour without France is not really a European European tour. So we want to get here, and it's always good here.
You will be back in France also.
Yeah, in Paris, I think, and hopefully we get some other shows around. I don't really know yet,
Yes.
but I'm pushing our agent to actually get us here.
We want to see you.
Thanks.
I would like to ask you a question. It's not about SOEN. It's not about. It's the first time I asked that question as a musician.
Yeah.
Sweden is a little country, but there's a lot of bands and a lot of metal hard rock culture. How do you explain that?
I don't know. It's myself, as I said, I was born in Sweden, but I moved to Uruguay, and I came back to Sweden when I was 17, and everybody played in a band. Everyone, every guy with long hair, that listened to metal played in a band, and I thought it was, why? And some of the answers are the possibility, economically to actually buy an instrument, the support from the state back then. Now we don't have any, but back then you will get rehearsal places, and they will even help you buy an instrument.
Okay.
Yeah, and then winter. There's 6 months of the year where you don't want to go out. We just sit in there and pick an instrument and write some music.
That's the reason.
I think that's most of it.
Most of the reason. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you.
For this interview. Hope you the best for the new album, of course.
Thanks.
And hope to see you in France very soon.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Hello, I'm Martin from SOEN, and you're watching United Rock Nations.